Wizard is perhaps the prototypical Dungeons and Dragons class, both for villains and for players. Each of the different subclasses adds a fun bit of flair, but my absolute favorite, Order of Scribes. This is not one of the classes in the new handbook, but there's a few days until that comes out and it's supposed to be backwards compatible anyway. Order of Scribes is the wizard's wizard, drawing power from their knowledge, their spellbook, and having an exceptional degree of connection to their quill. I recently got to play a wizard in a long-term campaign from level 2 through level 15, and for most of that run, he was an Order of Scribes wizard, and it was so fun to lean into the most stereotypically nerdy aspects of wizardom. Let's talk a little bit about the features you get for this subclass and how they might affect how you play. At level 2, you get a wizardly quill, and you get an awakened spellbook. Your quill can be created with a flick of your wrist and a bonus action, and can write without ink. It lets you copy spells super fast, and you can erase things you wrote by waving the quill over it. Getting to copy your spells quick is just a super nice quality of life improvement. No longer do you need to skip a long rest to copy that new level 8 spell, it just takes you a few minutes. Speaking of your spellbook, it also awakens with a sentience, and this allows you to use your spellbook as a spellcasting focus. And what could be more nerdy than literally manifesting the power of books? It also lets you change your damage from a spell with the damage from a different spell of the same level. Do you want a fireball that does lightning damage? What about a lightning bolt that does necrotic damage? Maybe a thunderstep that does psychic damage? Then this is the feature for you. Ignore those monsters' resistances and immunities because you are smarter than it is. And also, this feature, no limits on how often you can use it. You also become an even better ritual caster, leaning again into one of Wizard's core features. Once a day, you can skip the 10-minute ritual time and cast it with the normal casting time. My character would regularly use this to set up a telepathic bond whenever shit was about to hit the fan, and it saved our ass countless times. There's also one last feature at this level, which saves you if your DM has it out for you. Normally, wizards need to protect their spellbook almost with their life, because if it's destroyed, they only have access to the spells they prepared for that day, and if they want to make a new spellbook, they will need to pay to retranscribe those prepared spells into a new book, and then go out and buy, beg, or steal new scrolls or spellbooks with the rest of the things they want in the book. If you're an Order of Scribes wizard, though, you don't need to worry about that. Instead, you just summon your quill, sit down over a short rest, draw a few runes, and suddenly, a new spellbook awakens with sentience and it has all your spells. Does this mean if your wizard wants to fuck with other wizards, they try to destroy their spellbook? Probably. But also, just as a DM note, really think about if destroying a spellbook is in your best interest. It really fucks over most wizards, and if you're gonna do it as a DM, at least give your wizard player an opportunity in the next couple levels to steal a spellbook or to fight a wizard and get their spellbook, something to help them start rebuilding that set of spells. At level 6, the sentience in our spellbook has reached a new level. This allows it to manifest a mind in physical space. This tiny spectral mote can see, hear, has dark vision, floats in the air, telepathically shares what it is seeing with us, and proficiency bonus times per day. We can cast through this manifest mind, allowing us to cast from safer places on the battlefield. As a bonus action, you can move your mind up to 30 feet. You can maintain connection to it as long as it's within 300 feet, and it can only be destroyed with a dispel magic. I love to use this like a familiar to scout into rooms ahead, and sometimes it would go into a room, say, full of orcs, and I could stay a safe distance away, cast Fireball through the manifest mind, and if the orcs did not have dispel magic, could clear the room before they could figure out what was happening. At level 10, you become one of the best scroll makers. Each morning, you can take one level 1 or level 2 spell in your spellbook and create a scroll of it. This scroll casts as one level higher than normal, and so it's basically a nice little free spell slot. You're also better at making regular spell scrolls, making them in half the time and with half the gold. Nice, your campaign has downtime. At level 14, you've grown even more intimately connected to your spellbook. It gives you advantage on Arcana checks, which is super wizardy, and I combined it with the skill expert feat To get expertise in Arcana, which means like a plus 15 and advantage, I was rolling wild Arcana checks. But perhaps more important than that, your manifest mind will sacrifice itself to keep you alive. Imagine you're in the path of a deadly dragon's breath. It is going to knock you unconscious. Instead, you use your reaction to dismiss your manifest mind. It absorbs all the damage, and in exchange, you roll 3d6. You have to take that many levels of spells that you cannot cast till you finish 1d6 long rests. So say you roll 10. That could be 2 5-level spells, 3 levels, and a 1 level, anything that adds up to 10 spell levels. So as an Order of Scribes wizard, you want to collect as many spells as you can, because this feature will then help you survive. You can take all those spells you would normally never cast that you never bother to prepare and use those to basically absorb this damage. Once you get this feature, you are a super nerd who can also tank huge amounts of damage, strike enemies from out of sight, and can fund your wizarding activities by producing cheaper and faster scrolls than other wizards. I love this subclass. It is the wizard's wizard, improving on what wizards are great at and rounding off some of the rough corners. Is this your favorite? If not, tell me in the comments. If it is, also tell me in the comments. Anything you want to say, just say it in the comments. It's good for the algorithm.